You know what I just figured out? I can't believe. It's like, where the hell have I been? Independence Hall. It's on the back of $100 bill. No lying. 100% no lying. Independence Hall is on the back of a freaking $100 bill this entire time. The Liberty Bell is on the front of it with the hologram strip. 100% no lying. I just looked at it because I finally got a $100 bill because I'm like, broke as a freaking. Look at this guy. You know. There's like this much room. There's like this much space between this car that was already sideswiped and the turning lane right there. So somebody had already climbed up on the curb just to get over there because they need to get there. Hey, what are you gonna do? It's only a piece of metal, plastic, and glass. These automobiles. Somebody sideswiped my wife's car in a parking lot. They didn't leave a note or anything. They just. But it was kind of. See, the thing is, here's what my wife has. Same thing I do. Sometimes it gets her. Like, I had to talk to her about this. Like, honey, listen. Don't get mad just because you know what's getting ready to happen. Don't get mad because you knew your car was getting sideswiped. Don't get mad because you can tell that, these people that purposely drive into you, they do this because of your own fears. Any fear that you have, the gang stalkers will expose it and pounce on it because they hear you out loud. Every person in the world that has a fear, just about every person that doesn't know, anyone that knows to hold their tongue. But if you have fear and you let it out there, they're going to hear you with your fear, no matter what it is. So the fear of the car getting hit or sideswiped or whatever was one of my wife's fears. It happened. Fine. It happened. They know we don't have money to get it fixed because you got to pay a deductible, I'm sure. If you just walk out in the parking lot and it's sideswiped, what are you going to do? Here's the thing that I told her after this happened. I said, well, let's just say it was gang stalkers. You put your fear out there, they make your fear your worst nightmare, and it comes true. And then you deal with it. They know we don't have money. They can look at our bank accounts at any time and see that there's barely anything in there every month. They can do that and look. And then at the same time, knowing that how concerned she was about that happened, and it happened. And I said, look, honey, I'm telling you, next time it's going to be a brick through your freaking windshield and skidded across the front of the hood. If you continue to worry and concern yourself about these vehicles and material things, they're just going to do something worse. Did I give you as an idea? I don't give a shit if I did. Who the fuck cares? They're just vehicles, And then even if it was, fine. If not, it was somebody that they either did it accidentally, because it really ain't much. It's just like a sideswipe, skid mark, scratch that has to be repainted, of course, and a little dent. Or it was somebody that did it and they didn't have insurance or they didn't have a license and they just drove off it. Either way, whoever did it, however did it, why it happened, you can't let it bother you one freaking way or another, or else it's going to get worse, right? So we don't have the $500 deductible to pay that. Luckily, there's a person that she knew for a while is a family mechanic guy, painting company that fixed their car before for free. The guy obviously has a crush on her, and that's fine. Yeah, he's a Luciferian 100%. Because after he fixed her car the last time, he had scratches on it. I met him before. I met him. I took my Camaro to him at first to see if he can tint the windows and put leather seats in, and then the price was pretty outrageous, and I did it myself with the leather. But anyway, when the guy was done fixing her car, he said, "You want to go back to my place for the weekend?" You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, look, free will, honey. You know, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's free will. And of course, the guy, he has plenty of money. I mean, the guy had plenty of money, and you know, all her problems, being with me, being with this weird ass conspiracy theorist guy that thinks he knows that second 9/11 is going to happen in Philadelphia, thinks he knows who's responsible for it, like the actual Unabomber himself. All this crazy stuff. I barely make any money I make all right money, but I don't make enough because of the place where I'm at. I'm stuck with this 1,800 hours a month rent for these kids that live there. This is the last year, but either way, regardless, all her problems could be just gone. You know, all you got to do is just get with the Luciferian, that'll take care of you. And so then this time around, she called him again, same guy, and he's going to fix the car for free. So if it was gang stalkers, it's going to get fixed for free. When you do it again, it'll get fixed for free. Keep doing it, it'll keep getting fixed for free. I'm just saying. Or it's just an accident. Life happens. Shit happens. Who cares? One way or another. So the point being is, after all that said and done, I finally got some $100 bills in my hand. And I'm looking at, I look on the back, because it was 3 different $100 bills. It was the 1977, 1996 when they just changed, and then like a newer one. And I looked on the back, I'm like, Indepence Hall. What? On a $100 bill? Oh, you dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, it's Ben Franklin, who wasn't a president, by the way. How the hell did he get on money? Isn't he the only president? I mean, non-president? Didn't he supposedly create electricity? He's the one that took responsibility for it anyway. It's like all these things happen after the fact. You know, like the Pet Goat 2, showing you the football state, showing you Lincoln Financial Field. If not Lincoln Financial Field, because it's so damn obvious that it is, then it would be the Hard Rock Stadium that would get blown up on the Super Bowl. I just have a feeling it's the Eagles. So, as you have the Eagles Stadium there, when you look at that Pet Goat video, the angle that it's on, it's showing you the stadium is to the right. If you go to the left and then take that street straight up, you'll see those 3 buildings there. One of them's on yellow, right? It's on the left in the front, but it's actually more towards the right, because catty corner across the street to the left is the Comcast building, that tall building with the opening in the middle. So the projection that the Pet Goat 2 video is showing you is stadium is over here to the right, and on the left Broad Street is there, and you go straight up, and then you got those 3 buildings there. The Comcast building is, the windows of heaven are open. I don't think that's going to get hit. That's just a landmark. But the one in front of that, on the right side a little bit, is 17th and JFK, where the building, Penn Building 8 is. And it's smaller too. And then on the right side, there's the William Penn Building with the clock tower. You know, I've been saying that for four, maybe 5 months, William Penn's getting hit, 17th and JFK's getting hit. And then recently, within the past couple weeks, I understood that that's the football stadium right there. confirmation happens after the fact, when you're already thinking something and then confirmation happens. That's how it works. So after all this time, it's just Philadelphia. It's not Washington, D.C. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the White House. But for the most part, it's all about Philadelphia being destroyed, having a little strength. It's 3 in a row. 3 jet fighters flying over, hitting, dropping 5 bombs. But that's just telling you that it's their 5th trumpet. Remember, the 5th trumpet already happened 8 years ago. The 5th and 6th trumpet look similar. Earthquake, awakening. That's why it's that way. The 6th trumpet, once the truth gets shut down for those 3.5 days, that's the 6th trumpet right there, the seal being opened up. And then it's about the 45 days from that point on. Benjamin Franklin. So he created electricity, huh? Just a freaking liar. All you liars. These are all liars. I bet you the person that came up with the idea was a godly person that they stole the idea from and then kicked them to the freaking curb. Or, nah, because there was no rumors about anybody else coming up with that idea. I see it that way. Independence Hall, 100% no lying, is getting hit because not only is it the pyramid, but it's the lion, the tribe of Judah, 100% no lying on a $100 bill with the Liberty Bell. Kleck's gonna ring a bell. When he rings a bell, it's the Liberty Bell, Philadelphia, being rung.